What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. One of NASCAR's biggest stories in recent memories has just shaken up the sport. Hendrick Motorsport driver Alex Bowman has officially announced that he will retire from full-time NASCAR Cup Series competition following the 2027 season. For many fans, this news came as a surprise. After all, Bowman is only in his early 30s and still drives for one of the most successful organizations in NASCAR history. So why would a driver with years potentially left in his career decide to step away? Today we are breaking down the real reason behind Bowman's decision and why it means for both him and the future of Hendrick Motorsports. Alex Bowman announced that he will retire after the 2027 season shortly after signing a one-year contract extension with Hendrick Motorsports. That extension ensures Bowman will remain behind the wheel of the famous number 48 Chevrolet through 2027, allowing him to finish his NASCAR career with the organization that helped define his success. In Bowman's statement, he said he had spent a lot of time thinking about what comes next and felt like this was the right decision at the right time. He also emphasized that NASCAR demands a tremendous amount physically and mentally, and that drivers need to listen to their bodies when making long-term decisions. That statement gives us our first clue about why he's retiring. During the 2026 season, Bowman dealt with a serious bout of vertigo that forced him to miss 4 races. He described experiencing dizziness while driving and even becoming sick inside the race car during competition. For most people, that would be concerning enough. But when you're traveling at nearly 200 miles per hour surrounded by 39 other cars, those symptoms become a major safety concern. And the vertigo wasn't the first health challenge Bowman has faced. Back in 2022, he missed time due to a concussion.
I don't know if it's the bump. It looked like the bump upset the car. But, man, turn 3 and 4, one way or another, it's been difficult on these cars. I think the bumps are upsetting the cars and the guys are wrecking, but I also think the tire issues are.
Then in 2023, he suffered a back injury that sidelined him again.
In 4th with Rico Avery 5th, and there's one up and over, big hits and big, oh my goodness.
That's Alex Bowman and Connor Morrell, who were back.
When you look at the bigger picture, it's easy to see why Bowman may feel that now is the right time to think about life after racing. Professional athletes often reach a point where preserving their long-term health becomes more important than chasing one more season or one more win. For Bowman, that moment may have arrived. Another reason Bowman is retiring could be the mental pressure that comes with being a NASCAR Cup Series driver. Many fans focus on the physical aspect of racing, but the mental side is just as demanding. Drivers spend nearly every week traveling across the country. They deal with sponsors, media, fan expectations, team meetings, and constant pressure to perform. When you're driving for Hendrick Motorsports, that pressure becomes even greater. Anything less than winning races and making the playoffs is often viewed as underperforming. Bowman has spent years carrying the expectations that come along driving the legendary number 48 car, a ride previously made famous by 7-time champion Jimmie Johnson. That's a tremendous burden for any driver. After more than a decade in the Cup Series, Bowman may simply be ready for a different pace of life. Another factor could be that Bowman has already achieved more than many drivers ever do. Over his Cup Series career, Bowman has earned multiple victories, qualified for the playoffs numerous of times, and established himself as one of the sport's most respected competitors. He's won races at some of the NASCAR's most iconic tracks and has been part of the most successful teams in the garage. While every racer wants a championship, there comes to a point where athletes begin evaluating that they've already accomplished. Bowman has built a career that most drivers would dream of having. Rather than waiting until his performance declines dramatically, he appears to be choosing to leave while he can still compete at a high level. One thing that stands out from Bowman's announcement is that he's retiring on his own terms. Too often in sports, careers end because teams move on, sponsorship disappears, or performance drops off. That's clearly not happening here. Hendrick Motorsport owner Rick Hendrick praised Bowman and made it clear the organization fully supports his decision. Hendrick even stated that the team is proud of Bowman and will be able to finish the career the way he wants to. That's significant. Instead of being forced out of sport, Bowman is controlling the timing of his departure. For many athletes, that's the ideal ending. Now let's talk about the future. Bowman's retirement creates one of the most sought-after openings in all of NASCAR. The number 48 Chevrolet is one of the most recognizable rides in the sport. Any young driver hoping to reach the Cup Series will love that opportunity. While Hendrick Motorsport has not announced a replacement, speculation is already beginning about who could eventually take over the seat after 2027. Will it be a rising star from the O'Reilly series, or could it be a talented prospect already within the Chevrolet pipeline? Or perhaps an established Cup Series driver looking for a career-changing opportunity. Over the next year and a half, that question is going to dominate NASCAR's silly season conversations. When fans look back on Alex Bowman's career, they'll remember a driver who never took the easy road. He wasn't considered a generational superstar. He wasn't handed opportunities from the beginning. Instead, he fought his way into the Cup Series, earned his chance with Hendrick Motorsports, and made the most of it. Along the way, he became a race winner, playoff contender, and a fan favorite. He overcame injuries, he overcame setbacks, and now he's choosing to close this chapter on his own terms. That's something many athletes never get the opportunity to do. So those are the biggest reasons Alex Bowman is retiring after the 2027 NASCAR season. Ongoing health concerns including vertigo, concussions, and back injuries. The physical and mental demands of NASCAR competition, a desire long-term well-being, satisfactions with what he's accomplished in his career, and the opportunity to retire on his own terms while still driving for Hendrick Motorsports. What do you think about Alex Bowman's decision? Do you think he's retiring at the right time, or do you believe he still has several years left in him? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another NASCAR update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.